My journey continues. In the previous episode, we entered the cold desert through Shimla and explored the frozen calm of Nagpur. In this episode, we travel deeper into the heart of the Himalayas, to the mystic Gu monastery, the ancient mud walls of Tabo, and the warm welcoming homes of Kaza. The road ahead was breathtaking. Every bend revealed new wonders, rugged cliffs, winding paths, and the endless curves of the Spiti River below. The landscape was raw and beautiful, like the earth showing her true face. We descended gradually, following the silver thread of the river that shimmered under the morning sun. Before Sumdo, we paused for a little joy. A quick game of cricket with local kids on the roadside. Their laughter echoed against the barren mountains, a reminder that even in the harshest land, life finds its own playfulness. After the break, we turned onto the main highway, onto a narrow 8-kilometer road leading to a Ku village. The air grew colder, and the snow-clad mountains surrounded us like silent guardians. Prayer flags fluttered in the wind, their colors dancing against the pale blue sky. We had arrived at Gu monastery, a place of stillness and mystery. Inside, I felt a deep calm settle within me. The mountains stood close, as though protecting the sacred energy of this place. Gu is known for something extraordinary. The mummified body of the monk named Sangha Tenzin. It was discovered after an earthquake in 1975, opened in an ancient tomb. Since then, it has fascinated monks, travelers, and the scientists alike. Unlike Egyptian mummies, this was not made by others, it was self-mummification. Monks like Sangha Tenzin would slowly withdraw from the worldly needs, surviving only on poisonous herbs, tree saps, and roots. Over nearly 10 years, their bodies would dry naturally, preserving themselves in meditation. Even in death, this monk sits upright, eyes closed, peaceful, as if still meditating on eternity. Standing there, I felt humbled by his discipline, his surrender to the spirit and time. We continued our journey along the Spiti River. The water was so clear that I could see the stones glimmering beneath its surface. It flowed quietly, like a living soul moving through the valley. I stopped few times along the way, not just to take pictures, but to breathe, to feel the rhythm of Spiti. Each gust of wind carried stories of snow, stone, and prayer. By noon, we reached Tabo, a town ancient and sacred. Hungry from the journey, I decided to taste the local food, and the flavors did not disappoint. Simple, warm, and cooked with love. The kind of meal that fills both stomach and soul. After lunch, I walked to explore the Tabo monastery, known as the Ajanta of the Himalayas. It is more than 1,000 years old. The walls, made of earth and stone, seems to breathe the wisdom. Inside were 9 temples, 4 decorated stupas, and a cave where monks once meditated. The murals and painting inside tell stories of compassion, of Buddha's teachings, of 1,000 lives lived in peace. Even after centuries, the color still whispers to those who listen. Though restoration attempts have been made, nothing can truly recreate the magic that the original art, each crack, each shade, speaks of timeless devotion. Later, I wandered into the frozen fields around Tabo. At minus 13 degrees Celsius, the world was silent, as if time had stopped breathing. The apple trees stood frozen mid-motion, their branches coated in silver frost. Even in their stillness, they looked alive, waiting patiently for spring. Beyond them, the Spiti River wound its way gently, a shimmering path of life through the valley. The Spiti River, the lifeline of this cold desert. It is born from the glaciers of Chichum range, fed by Himalayan streams like the Pin River. It brings water to every village it passes, Tabo, Dhankar, Kaza, Rangri, places that have existed for over 1,000 years. Its flow is gentle, yet powerful, as if carrying the blessings of all monasteries that overlooked its banks. It is said the monks draw spiritual energy from this sacred water, the Jal Tattva, the water element that sustains all life. As daylight began to fade, we continued towards Kaza. The scenery changed with every turn: barren mountains, patches of yellow valley, snow peaks glistening in the sun. The road twisted like a serpent through the valley, each moment unfolding like a painting. By late evening, we reached Kaza at an altitude of 3,650 meters. The cold hit us immediately, sharp and pure. The temperature had dropped to minus 25 degrees Celsius. The air pricked my skin like a tiny needle. The next morning, I woke up early at my homestay. Outside, the world was white and still. The sunrise here felt magical. Soft light touching the mountains, slowly waking up the land. The kind of blue that makes you forget everything else. This was the heart of Spiti, barren, silent, and beautiful beyond words. As I walked around, I saw a wild Himalayan fox near the edge of the village. He looked at me, curious yet calm, as if we both understood that we were just two travelers sharing the same old cold morning. Soon he disappeared behind the rocks, and I returned to the warmth of my homestay. My host welcomed me with a smile. She showed me how the local bathura is made, kneaded slowly, cooked golden, served hot with love. It was delicious, simple, and comforting, just like the people of Spiti. After breakfast, we packed our bags and prepared for the next chapter toward the fossil village of Langsa. Our vehicle hesitated in the cold, refusing to start for a few minutes. But finally, it roared to life, ready to take us through one more journey across the eternal Himalayas. And as I left Kaza that morning, I knew the journey wasn't just through Spiti Valley, it was through my own soul.